Where are we?
You're speaking so softly.
No, because I want to be quiet so not everyone can hear me. So where are we?
We're in the doctor's office.
Which is why we're trying to be quiet.
Yeah.
Why are we here?
Apparently, after last night's diagnosis.
Diagnosis from who?
Well, from you and...
I just looked on WebMD.
Not WebMD. It was other things that we looked up too, but it sounds like a rotator cuff tear. Like I can't even move the arm now. The pain is so much that, as soon as I lift it here...
That's not a smile, that's pain.
Fuck. And even that, it just shoots like through my whole arm. Laying down hurts, sitting up, even just the weight of my arm hanging hurts. And
maybe if you were skinnier, your arm wouldn't be so heavy.
I've literally been training, and I traced it back to where I think the injury first happened, and it happened before the Olympia. And I think it's just a cumulative thing that's built up over time. That finally, I probably should have been resting it the last couple of weeks when it really started acting up. And some of my videos you may have noticed, I've gone into the on Bios3 and I proved this message, and we're out because I can't actually do the bicep.
You can't even do the Bios3 bicep.
I can't do the Bios3 bicep for a while, so it sucks because that's like I like doing that. It's funny, like it makes me laugh too. So here we are in the doctor's office. I iced it last night. Motrin doesn't even cut the pain whatsoever. I tried aspirin first, then Motrin. I don't like to take anything for pain. It doesn't even cut the pain remotely. I was like, all right, you know what? It's definitely. Everything, like every symptom for a torn rotator cuff, I have. It just aches constantly, massive pain, short range of motion. You can't lay on it, which if you roll on that shoulder, it's excruciating pain while you're sleeping. What was the other things, like all the symptoms?
That was about it.
Yeah,
like
well, there's a
range
couple
of
other ones.
motion.
It was weakness.
Yeah.
Weakness of the arm and the hand. Like if you go to pick something up, like your hand just literally lets go of it. And yesterday I was trying to train back. So I went in and I noticed I could do this range of motion like a row. So I got on the cable machine, strapped in so that it would pull my shoulder forward and I wouldn't let go and let it stretch as far as I could and then squeeze the arm back. And what happened was as I was rowing, my left lat was actually burning before the other one. This whole area was taking the load of, which is the injured area of the exercise. So what do? Instead of calling it a day, I put on the single hand attachment, I grab that and I start using the single hand attachment to work each lat independently so that each one gets the workload. And I said, okay, I got through that. It was painful, but I got through that. And my theory is keep the blood flow in the shoulder, work itself out. Notice I didn't think it was a torn rotator cuff till last night. And then I set up the cable machine for pull downs. And instead of using a wide grip, I said I'll just use the single hand grip again. So I had to stand on the machine to wrap my grip because this is as far as I was going to get a hand. I went to stretch it out. It stretched. But as soon as I went to pull, I mean, it literally didn't even budge with like 20 pounds on it. So then I kind of just said, all right, let me try like the rear cable laterals, which I was able to do on Monday. Delts, I trained delts on Monday. I could only do 20-pound laterals. And the rear delts, I only did with like a rubber band. But I was able to train. I'm like, I'll still train through the pain, fuck it. So I couldn't budge the things that I did the day before. And that's when I was like, all right, it's getting worse. I was like, let me see if I can get like a dip machine, at least do the movement pressing down. I'll do dips for chest. I'm trying to do what I could do. And as soon as I went to push the dip machine down, you could just feel the whole area, like where the pec inserts here, and this whole area just, it spikes with a sharp pain. And then it's just a dull, deep, aching pain constantly. And I can feel the shoulder rotated forward. Like just standing there, it rotates forward. So I'm like, I don't know if it's a full tear yet, if it's a partial tear, but it's a reoccurring injury that I don't go easy. I just don't know how to do it, I guess. You get that pain in 24 years I've been working through pain. You don't worry about it. And this is the first actual injury I've had that sidelined me. I mean, when I tore the bicep tendon originally and where it inserts in my shoulder, I was on a lot of painkillers. And I took that time off purposely because I was like, I'm on painkillers. I don't care if I train. I'm not going to be wrestling for a little while. Let's not do it. So I wasn't technically sidelined, even though I took the time off. This time I'm trying to push through it, and I'm technically sidelined, which I don't know what that means because how do you not train when it's something that's therapeutic for you? How do you not train when it's something you've done for 24 years? I've literally missed a handful of workouts in 24 years that weren't scheduled. And even when I schedule them, like when we go to Mexico, we still wind up going to the gym and training. So it's up in the air right now as to what happens. So I guess we'll have to see what the doctor says. And I don't know if we can film the doctor if there's any kind of liability or anything. But we'll see what happens. So stay tuned.